Your OpenAI bill last month was probably 4 figures, and the tool that makes most of it optional has been sitting on GitHub the whole time. 126,000 stars, MIT license. Runs on the laptop already on your desk. It is called llama.cpp. Ollama uses it, LM Studio uses it, Jan uses it. Every Run AI locally app you have heard of is a wrapper on this one repo, and you can skip the wrapper. Here is the switch. 2 commands. The entire distance between paying per token and running a model on the laptop already on your desk. Pull a model from Hugging Face, start a local server, point your existing OpenAI code at localhost instead of api.openai.com. Same SDK, same payload shape, different destination. Nothing else changes. Your app does not know. Your customers do not know. Your dashboard does not know. Your invoice notices. The switch flipped quietly in the last 12 months. A year ago, open models were toys. You installed them, you played with them, you went back to GPT-4. Now Llama 3.170b, Qwen free, DeepSeek all ship in the GGUF format Llama C++ reads, and they hit GPT-4 class quality on the boring high-volume jobs that make up 80% of an API bill. Support ticket triage, tag classification, first draft copy, lead scoring, internal doc search, product description generation. None of them need frontier reasoning. All of them are on your invoice. The reason nobody told you is that nobody selling AI has any reason to. OpenAI does not send an email that says you can stop paying US for this. The wrapper apps take a cut and hide the underlying tool. The agency's charging you setup fees, quote, per seat. The switch is silent because the incumbents own the megaphone. The headline answer so you can decide whether to keep watching. If your monthly AI bill is over $500 and more than half of it goes on repetitive classification or draft quality work, you can move that half to a local Llama C++ endpoint this week for $0 per call on hardware you already own and your team will not notice. The setup is 2 commands, the switchover in code is 1 line, the license lets you use it in a paid product with no royalty, no revenue share, no per seat fee, nothing to sign, nothing to negotiate. Now the proof. Watch what actually happens. I hit the GitHub releases API for the latest tag, version 0.2.0 published August 21st. Then I pulled a quantized Qwen 2.5 half billion parameter model straight from Hugging Face, 1.1 megabytes, on disk in seconds. The whole model right there, not a download link, not a queue, not an email address, not a credit card, the file itself. The command that launches the server is llama.serve, 2 words. It opens an OpenAI-compatible endpoint on port 8080. Your existing code that calls openai.chat.completions_create keeps working with 0 changes to the payload. You change 1 string, base URL, localhost, done. Here is the honest bit that the tutorial videos skip. The first time you try, something will fail. Mine did on camera. The Windows release naming did not match the filter I wrote, so my download script hit a null. The server had not started when my request went out, so it came back unable to connect. Neither of those is Llama C++ being broken. Both are the mistakes every developer makes on day 1, and every one of them is a 5-minute fix. Not a weekend project, not a research sprint. A Monday morning. Now the part I want you to sit with. What does the switch actually change for you, the operator? Every prompt your team sends to OpenAI right now is a customer record leaving the building. For most industries, it is annoying. For legal, medical, financial, and anywhere the word compliance gets said in meetings, it is the thing that stops the AI project entirely. A local Llama C++ endpoint means the data never leaves your machine, not encrypted in transit, not we do not train on your data, physically does not leave. The compliance conversation ends. The projects your legal team killed 6 months ago are now shippable. And the competitive picture. Your competitor, who is still paying per token, is running a $2,000 a month cost center. You are running the same jobs on a $500 mini PC that draws less power than a light bulb. Multiply across a year. Their AI budget is your marketing budget. Their AI budget is your extra hire. The gap opens quietly and closes when they finally notice, and by then you have 12 months of margin advantage they cannot claw back. Where does llama.cpp lose? Frontier reasoning, complex multi-step agent chains, long context legal analysis, real coding work on a large codebase. Anything where you actually need GPT-4 or Claude Sonnet at the top of its game. Keep those on the paid APIs. The point is not to replace everything. The point is to stop paying premium prices for the 80% of jobs a local 7B model handles perfectly. Split the workload, move the boring high-volume work, pay for the smart edge cases, the whole game. Verification. Open github.com/ggml-org/llama.cpp yourself right now. Look at the quick start block. Second command, llama serve. 2 words that stand up an OpenAI-compatible endpoint on your laptop. 10,600 commits on master, 22,000 forks. Proof, not me telling you. If you want the copy-paste version of everything I just showed, it is in the pinned comment. My whole feed covers every free local model route the day it ships, so subscribe and the next one finds you instead of you finding it 3 invoices later. The full playbook lives in the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community, link in the description. Free to join. Inside sits the switchover playbook, the hardware picks under $700, and the routing rules operators are using to cut their OpenAI bill 60 to 80%. The church is where I answer when your dev setup breaks at midnight. The move for Monday. Send your developer 3 things. The GitHub repo link, 1 sentence, get llama serve running on the Office Mac Mini, and give me an endpoint I can hit, and a list of the 3 highest volume prompts on your current OpenAI bill. When they come back with the endpoint, route those 3 prompt types to it, watch the invoice for a week, and if nothing breaks, add 3 more. Then 3 more. The playbook in 1 paragraph. The rappers charging $30 a seat to hide llamac++ from you are the next blockbuster. The window before your competitors work it out is measured in months, not years. Move now. The next video is on the exact hardware picks under $700 for running a 70B model at real interactive speed, and it is queued up on screen right now. Click it.